You guys want to go on a walk through the woods with me? Come on, let's go. That's a pretty good intro, right? I don't know. I'm trying to get better at this because this new walking through the woods speaking series, you know, it's a new thing for me because most of you are so used to me just channeling Reiki on camera, sharing this wonderful energy, sharing mantras or little bits of wisdom, but actually coming up here and speaking and just walking. That's new for me. So I appreciate you guys for sticking with me through this whole process. But I've got something really cool that I want to talk about today. And it's all about balance and flowing and not forcing. And first we're going to cross this fallen tree, which I've shown you before, but let me see if I could give you an overhead view. I don't know if that's going to work. Let's see. All right, bear with me. No, there's no bears with me. Could you imagine? Wow. Okay, so check. Yeah, oh, there we go. Look at that. That's awesome. All right, here we're gonna begin our transition. Just getting really into it. Breathing into it. The key is not to overthink. Like when you're balancing, when you're crossing a fallen tree limb and you need to just balance, you don't overthink it. You don't think, how am I going to do it? You just flow into it, right? You step on that tree limb and you just get right there, zeroed in the present moment. You're feeling your body. You're feeling every sensation, every vibration. And instead of resisting or trying to control the outcome, you just flow with it. And then what happens? You just naturally balance. And it's beautiful. And if you lean really deeply into that, you can achieve anything. So what I really wanted to talk with all of you today, first off, we had an amazing podcast episode today with Polly from Soul Circle. And she's an amazing Kundalini yoga teacher. And she offered such a wonderful perspective and so much wisdom on the healing journey and the essence of Kundalini yoga and like where she came from. And it's so cool because so many of us I'm finding and other healers in the space that I'm connecting with, I'm finding this commonality in that we've all gone through like crazy dark nights of the soul, or periods where we dealt with addiction or these low vibe behaviors like partying and drinking and seeking something outside of ourself. You know, I mean, how many of us have spent so much of our lives seeking something outside of ourselves, whether it be a feeling of success, accomplishment, purpose, alignment, fulfillment, love, joy, security. We look for it out there in the world. We wonder why we don't have it now. And the common thread in all of our stories has been that we remembered that we already had all of these things inside us. And it was nothing that we had to chase, ever. That was a lie. That wasn't true. We had everything we needed, all the love we've ever needed, we've had inside us this entire time. What kind of a path am I taking right now through the forest? I'm taking the most unorthodox path. Loving it. I'm just going with the flow, right? I'm just walking vaguely in a direction, and it's beautiful. But the main thing that I wanted to talk about with all of you today in this video is you really have to fall in love with being alive. That something so simple, something that I've like known innately, but maybe I haven't worded it quite like that. I was airplane. I was washing my face, right? I was washing my hands, washing my face, and I've got this skincare routine, right? Shout out to Egyptian Magic, by the way. Those guys are awesome. They make some of the best skin cream. Not going to talk about that right now, but I've got this routine, right? And I was just washing my face, but I was so deep in the act of washing my face. Okay, like I was just fully there. I was fully present. Like all of my conscious awareness, instead of being lost in thought and just doing something mechanically, all of my conscious awareness was in the act of washing my face and then applying the skin cream. And I was like, I could feel so deeply my hands, my face, the sensations, and it felt so good. And I took a deep breath. I'm like, wow, that feels so good. And then I thought about it for a moment. Like, wow, I am so in love with being alive right now. Like where I am in this very moment, what I'm doing, I'm so in love with that. It feels so good to take a deep breath and just be here. And then I'm like, wow, I'm in a body. I could feel things. I can touch, I could feel, I could breathe, I could smell, I could see. And then gratitude washed over me and poured out of me. Just deep gratitude for where I was. And I was like, holy crap, I don't need anything. Like in this moment, like even me, I'm still, I find myself chasing things, right? I'm trying to not fall when I step on a rock. But even myself, I find myself chasing things from time to time. It's natural. It's only human. The key is to bring awareness to those moments where you catch yourself doing that, right? But in that moment, just at the sink, washing my face, doing the skincare routine, I was fully there and I realized I don't need anything in this moment that's not in here. I don't need anything out there. I've got everything I need right now, and it feels so good just to be alive and to be here in this beautiful moment. And that's the key. That's the key, guys. You got to fall in love with being alive, moment to moment. Even when it gets hard, even when it gets really hard, really challenging, if you can come back to that truth, if you can just surrender to the moment and just accept exactly where you are and just be in love right where you are, who you are, experiencing everything right now. It's as simple as coming back to your breath. How good does it feel to take a deep breath? Someone cutting wood right now, way off in the distance, and I could just catch the hint of, fresh cut wood smell mixed with the fallen leaves from last year decomposing, that deep, hearty, earthy smell. The air is a little warm, it's a little sweet. There's birds singing all around me. The earth is soft beneath my feet. Gentle breeze caressing my skin. And I am deeply in love with this moment. Everything I can experience is just beautiful. when you are able to consistently just fall in love with being alive in every beautiful moment, you'll remember you have everything you need, and then you'll be able to manifest anything you want. Because when you're able to remember that you have everything you need, that you want nothing outside of this moment, from that point you can attract everything. Listen to these birds. I hope you can hear them. Give you a little look through the woods here. This forest is alive, teeming with life, and I am a part of it. I'm connected to all of it. And there is a deep, deep love flowing through everything. That love that our Creator has for us. It sounds a little cheesy, but it's true. You know, it's a deep love our Creator has for us. And since we are reflections of the Divine Creator, we are love too. One of the things I always go nuts about is looking at trees. You ever just look at a tree? I talked about this in a previous video, but like you're a visitor from another world, right? From that perspective, like you've never seen a tree. Just dump everything out of your mind, what you know about trees for just a moment, and then just look at this tree. I mean, look at the bark. It's incredible, you know? And that's what it means to just be in love with every aspect of the process, you know? And I could feel this tree's spirit right now. I could feel the energy from this tree, and I'm connecting with it. It's incredible. It's so incredible. And I hope you guys can feel it too. I hope you guys can get out there today or this week, get out into nature, feel this stuff. This is living. This is just being in love with being alive. Wherever you are, even if you don't have a forest nearby, fall back in love with being alive, moment to moment. Even though I know it's hard. I know it's messy. I know it can be ugly and downright painful sometimes, but if you can get good at falling in love with being alive, you'll never want for anything outside of yourself, and you'll attract everything you need when you're able to make that shift in here. Because remember what I've been telling you guys, you first create your reality in here, and that determines the reality you create out here. So, it's a gorgeous day, and I'm gonna make myself a late lunch, and I'm sending you all so much love. Thank you for being on this journey with me. I know it's not an easy path to walk sometimes. It requires us to face the darkest parts of ourselves, unafraid, and just melt into love with it. To love yourself more deeply. That is the glorious work of healing and inner transformation. But those of you who have the courage to walk that path beside me, I'm so grateful for all of you. And of course, if you want to go deeper with me with some personal coaching, a Reiki session, or an intuitive reading with the sacred Nordic runes, tap the link in the video description. I'm always here for you. I'm sending you all so much love today and always.